Hello, Impa. Congratulations on getting your UFC contract. How does it feel to
Thank you
finally be
so
in the
much, man.
UFC?
Man, it's a blessing, bro. I'm super excited. Super excited. Um, Grateful, at peace, ready to fight, do what I love, and keep it going. To get in the UFC is great, and it's a huge honor to be here. But I'm not looking just to be here. Looking to kick the door in, step in, take over, get the title, and keep moving forward. Get the weight classes, keep fighting, man. Travel the world, do what I love, talk to people like you. So, um, blessed. So very happy to be
Yes.
in the UFC. Ready to keep working too.
Yeah. We spoke before, and you said like you're willing to stay in Vegas after you got that contract, and you almost had to, very almost, but your fight was booked, I think, on the 22nd of August, wasn't it? And then it got pushed back a bit. Why was it? Why did it get pushed back?
So as soon as they pushed my fight back, maybe because they said I had medical suspension for some reason, but they automatically give you one. I think because of COVID, and also because you just got in a fight to make sure you're okay. And I
Okay,
guess it
yeah.
pushed me right. It's literally one extra day for me not to one extra day for me not to make the fight. So they just moved it back 1 week. But I appreciate Maki for taking it still, and looking forward to going to work. It was awesome too. More time with my family, more time to refine. And I was ready to go. And I told him, hey, after this fight on the 29th, I'm ready to stay in Vegas again. I fought on the 12th. I fought on the 8th. So I'm ready to go.
Yeah, obviously you're comfortable to take fights with like week notice and whatever else. What sort of stuff do you do in between the fights to prepare?
So after the fight, so between the fights, it's a lot of recovery. Still get to practice because like Brian has a fight, so I have to help him get ready. Selecki and John had their fights respectively the night before, and Selecki has his fight tonight. So I really took a time off, had to get back in the gym. Um, uh, had to get sorry, what was that? Oh, had to get right back in the gym. Had to start training. I took some time to sleep on Thursday right when I got home, and then Friday right
Hmm.
back at it. Saturday at the gym, Sunday church and hang out with my girlfriend and everybody, and then um, normal work week on Monday, normal work week on Tuesday, every normal work day, and then getting after. Then it's kind of like my fight week prep anyway. So right back to it, man. And
Yeah.
the only recovery I really did was sleep as much as I possibly could and eat healthy foods, man, because I knew how to get my weight back off anyway.
Yeah, what's your weight like in between fights? Obviously, you probably don't have a lot to cut. Obviously, be taking fights on short notice.
I never really get too heavy, man. Like 200, 205. Really nothing crazy. Like I've been in practice hitting 195, 192, 190 post practice. So ready to go. Ready to
Yeah.
go. I can make weight really any day. So that's a blessing.
How do you find the weight cuts? Are they easy for you then? Yeah.
Yes, my coach, man, this guy over here, Seki, and he stays on me about my nutrition. He doesn't let me eat junk food after fights. so, so, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't get caught up in all that other stuff. The thing I maybe like the most might be like a sugary drink here or so. So I might get like a ginger ale or a Coke. But post fights, like my commitment is to eat as healthy as possible, and then get right back to working. When I stay in the gym, it's my body's already adjusting, making weight, and doing what I need to do. And I have an awesome sponsor here, Dishwish by Dara H and Dishwish by Dara and Psyche, so they collaborate on helping me eat like the healthiest foods, but also foods that taste great. So it's not like I'm really eating anything that's crappy. They have these jalapeno poppers that are so good. That's with
Mm.
vegan cheese. So I'm crushing those, but really nothing's like making me gain unneeded weight, and any bit of weight that I put on is mostly water weight. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's I think
Easy
when
to
you're a
cut off them.
professional, you gotta be a professional about it now.
Yeah, it's definitely not the worst thing you can have is a sugary drink or a Coke or whatnot. A lot of fighters do a
Mm-hmm.
lot worse than that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So,
So,
with your opponent Mackie, he
yep,
recently lost as well and fought on August the 8th, which is a
yep.
pretty quick turnaround for someone that's lost as well. You don't really hear it that often of someone turning a fight around that quick. Do you think that's going to have any effects on him?
I think it will. I think Maki's a good fighter. So like, what I expect is him to bring it. He's a Hawaiian, so he's a warrior, man, and
Yeah.
he's a good fighter, man. He's trademarked his name, Coconut Bombs. Like whatever he is. So for me, it's standard structure. I think he's gonna come. He's gonna come to fight from the get go. He's obviously not happy that he lost. I think he is. I don't know if he's back to back losses in the UFC, or if he's Yeah, but I know he's lost a couple in the UFC, so I know he really, really wants to do well, which I think makes the fight that much more exciting, which makes it that much better. Um, I think that he's going to make some adjustments.
Hmm.
He's a good fighter, man. He's in the UFC, so all these guys are good. So it's like he's gonna come with different adjustments. He's gonna come with a different way to fight. I hope that he does. And I'm looking forward to the opportunity to step in the canvas with him.
And what do you think you need to be wary of with him? Is there anything like in his game that you've sort of took notice of?
Not necessarily wary. I think that he does a good job of mixing up his tempo, mixing up his rhythm. So being in tune with that, and creating my own rhythm, not sticking to his game plan. Me leading the dance, whether it's by movement, whether it's by countering. I just got to fight intelligently, man, and do my job. Listen to my coaches. We'll claim the victory. I think he does a great job, and he throws solid shots, man. He's hit a few people, and he's good everywhere. So his wrestling, his submission game, he's got a couple of submissions, so he's done well there. And people who stand straight in front of him, I don't think they do too well. So for me, it's not playing where his strengths are, but using those against him or exposing what would be to perceived weaknesses. I don't think he's a weak fighter at all, but perceived weaknesses in his game. And then more even than focusing on him, I think it's better to focus on myself as a fighter. Like, you can only control one person, and I have to control myself. I have to go do what I love to do. I have to go out there and fight and dominate, and that's what we're gonna do.
And does this you're obviously, because it's going to be your UFC debut this time, does the feeling differ from the last fight you had on Dana White's Contender Series?
No, sir. For me, it's like every fight for me is a blessing. I love to fight. I love what I get to do, and I'm at peace. I'm prepared. God's blessed me with an amazing coach, amazing team, and we made the adjustments even from last fight. So, biggest thing is I expect myself to be better. Expect myself to be that much sharper. I was able to get a fight back under my belt, which is awesome. So, right after that layoff, can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're back.
Oh, I don't know what happened. That was weird. Sorry. After that layoff, it's good to get back in there and to do what I love, to get back in there and to get after it. So now it's like, okay, now I get going again, get these adjustments. So put in a more dominant performance, and it's like, man, we're in the UFC. This is where we're supposed to be. This is what I've been praying for. So when God bless you, what you pray for.
So before your Dana White's Contender Series fight, you were booked for September the 1st, and then it got brought forward, and then you've obviously fought, you won that fight, and now you're booked again. How happy are you that fight was brought forward originally?
Which one? The September 1st fight?
Obviously, because you was booked for September 1st on Dana White's Contender Series, and it was brought forward, and now you're not only have you had your fight and won your fight, but you're also going to be making your debut before you was even meant to be fighting on this Contender Series first.
Oh yeah, so for me, that to me is a blessing, a testament to people that have been around me. Because it's like, man, not fighting 4 or 5 fights, total drop, and then you get a fight in Contender Series earlier. So okay, let's go. The fact that we stayed in the gym every single day paid off. The fact that we trained all quarantine paid off. And now we get our UFC debut. It's like, man, we keep getting blessings after blessings after blessings. Like the Bible will say, like, glory to glory to glory. That's how it feels for me. It's like, wow, like before I was even supposed to make my audition for the UFC on September 1st, which was the original plan, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like you get to have your UFC debut, your Contender Series audition, make that, and then you get your UFC debut, and then possibly get a fight right after, plus get a corner my teammate, Brian Barberino on the 12th. All that goes through. But if I get a fight on that card, it's like, look at the blessings, man. Like, when you stay prepared, stay ready to go. So, like, for me, it really, really meant a lot. So, like, the excitement is unexplainable. The joy is just everlasting. But the affirmation for me is like, okay, I'm meant to fight. I'm meant to be here, because there's no way I could have planned this myself. You told me a pandemic was going to happen, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. Now I got to fight twice within the same month, but for the best organization in the world. That means a lot to me.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it's all falling into place.
For sure. Keep it going, man. Keep it going. Get right back to practice on Monday. We got some testing at the UFC, so ready to go.
You're gone again. And now you're back.
Yep, and I'm back again. I don't know. Somebody called me. I apologize, man.
It's cool. It's cool. So obviously in your Dana White's Contender Series fight against Anthony Adams, it was the first round was quite a close round. It was even. You could probably give it either way depending on how you look at it. And
I
then
appreciate that.
sorry.
Said I appreciate that.
I mean, it was the striking was pretty even. It wasn't really like too much either way, I wouldn't say. But then the second round, you started to mix up your strikes a bit more, started to take over, and in the third round, you basically took him down, dominated on the floor. What did you think of your performance in the end?
Man, I was happy that we made the adjustments. I think that's what you got to do at this level. You got to make the adjustments, keep going. For me, it's like I'm not a one-dimensional fighter. I don't only have to strike. I don't only have to do jiu-jitsu. I don't have to wrestle. It's like whatever it takes to win the fight and dominate, claim victory and dominate. That's my main focus. And I wasn't like disappointed with the first round. I didn't know I could do better. So it's like, what could I do better was more. That's what excited me more. For the second and third round, man, I was like, okay, now I'm feeling it. Let's go. Let's have some fun. I know there are things I could do better too. Maybe more ground and pound, maybe more action. So ready to make those adjustments now and feel it in there. So third round, I was super happy with this. Barely took any damage. I didn't think that was a low shot when I rewatched the replay. I see how it could be seen as one. So I was like, man, just be more accurate next time. Hit it right on the liver and then finish the fight. So that's how I looked at it.
Yeah, it was very hard to see that shot because obviously the angles they showed it on the TV as well wasn't the best angle. So it was really hard to see whether it was actually if you just clipped him or not.
Yeah, I know. That's good because even the ref said he said, oh, I think it just slid up his side. I was like, oh, come on, ref, come on, man. So that's funny. Yeah.
And obviously he hit you with a nut shot in the first round as well. Can you explain about like what sort of, obviously we know what it feels like, but what does it sort of feel like with the cut there? Do you get the full impact or?
Well, I felt it was like kind of, I guess like shot through like a little shot through the cup, and I was like, oh my gosh. But like for me, it's like you get hit in the nuts, like you got to get fighting. You got to get to fighting right away. It's like don't focus on that because if you focus on that, I feel like you lose yourself. I feel like you lose your focus, and that's worse than getting hit in the nuts. So for me, it's like I say, hey, shake it off, get going. You got to fight. You're here. You can check it on. You can check the doctors can check it after. Keep going. I don't want to keep fighting. It kind of makes me want to fight more. So I'm like, oh, let's fight now. So that's funny. But no, I felt it. I was like, oh my gosh. And he kind of flush. So that was definitely not the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, I can imagine it's not nice.
Yeah, so, I was like, man.
Sorry, Karen.
Oh no, you're good. Sorry, my fault.
So obviously in the first round, you was doing quite well with like throwing the front kick and keeping him at bay with that. And then, like I said before, in the second round, you started to like use more spinning techniques and stuff like that. Was that your main game plan? Is to go in there, just like mix it up? And obviously, you made adjustments on the fly, but was that the game plan going in to just make sure you used all of your skills?
Yeah, in a way to use all of my skills, whatever worked. I think sometimes I'll feel it out. I remember my first thing I was like, I wanted to fight, and I think that's what kind of got me where I kind of like, let's say lost my discipline in the first round. It wasn't as disciplined I needed to be. Because I wanted to get there and mix it up. So he hit me, and I was like, all right, let's get going now. But I know I could have kept moving and make him miss, make him pay, as we did more in the second and third round.
Yeah.
I've been talking to my coach. When Diego came in the corner and then Coach Jimmo was talking to me from outside, I was like, okay, let's focus now. Let's do what we need to do and make these adjustments. And I wanted to, to do it right. So my game plan was I really wanted to catch him with that spinning elbow because I saw sometimes he would lean in. But at the same time, too, I knew I was like, okay, you got to be careful because he's got a good arsenal, too. I was just like, if you notice his knees, he was trying to take my head off to decapitate me. So I like that. So I was like, okay, cool, man. Well, that's what you got to take for those shots. So now it's like, what adjustments can we make? And I kind of started noticing when he would shoot, he would kind of lean a little bit. I was like, man, I think I clipped him right on the chin. But I didn't really want to throw a full spinning back fist or spinning elbow because I don't want to fall over or anything like that. And if I miss him, he's a little bit taller, it'd be kind of weird. So I was like, maybe I can catch him with spinning back fist without adjusting on the second one of the fight. So that was my main thing. It was like, see what's there, see what we do in practice, and keep going. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, and obviously you didn't have a fight for almost a year as well. Did you feel any like sort of ring rust or anything like that?
That's funny. I was thinking about that post-fight. Like, going into the fight, I was like, nah, no ring rust, nothing like that. And then I got into the fight, and I was like, well, maybe I did knock some dust off. Like that's all I was like, oh, this is interesting. I remember thinking in the fight, like, oh, they're lights, they're on the canvas, we're here, we're doing this. Thank you, second. And I started laughing. And I was just like, wait a minute. Everything was new, and I remember looking outside. Oh, there's Dana, there's Nick, there's just people sitting out there. It was just funny, and I forgot like I wasn't supposed to hug my corners because of the COVID stuff, like no hugs. So it was just like the protocol was completely different. But man, this fight, it's like yeah, okay. Now we're back in our flow, our rhythm. We're fighting again. We're training. We're fighting. We're training. We're fighting. So, okay, now let's get after this fight. This guy's a good. To me, it's like almost like it was like sparring, like hard sparring session.
Yeah.
And now it's like, okay, hard sparring session. Now we get to fight Maki and get after it.
Yeah, it's a big difference from having like 6 fights in 8 months to having not a fight for a year and then fighting.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, oh, we're fighting again. All right. I thought I was laughing when I was thinking. I was like, wait, no, you better focus now. Time to fight. Stop thinking it's time to fight. Yeah, I thought about that.
There was a part in the fight as well where he put his hands behind his back, sort of showboating. What was you thinking then?
Well, I think I started. I threw my hand behind my back and threw a shot real fast, and then he was like, "Okay, what's he doing?" So I think he was having fun. I didn't take it as disrespect. I thought it was like, you know what? He's a gamesman. He's gamesmanship, really. Yeah, somebody does something like flashy in soccer, somebody does something cool in basketball. Like you appreciate it, and like, I appreciate anybody who's willing to fight. I liked it, but I was trying to get him. I was trying to go that overhand left, right underneath, and I know I hit him with the right, I think, or just like touched him. But I liked it though. I appreciate it. I was like, man, maybe I should have swept him. Then you think, well, they say hindsight is 20/20. So I'm thinking like, well, I should have kicked him in the face, or I should have went fake and then kicked him in the face or something. But yeah, that's why you get those next opportunities. You get better and better each fight. And I like that he did. I like that he came to fight and he didn't try to do something and run away. He wanted to show something like he's like, hey, I'm here and I can do my thing too. So I appreciated his art. That's all it was to me. I don't think he wanted to be disrespectful because we even talked after. It was cool. We were laughing about it. I was like, I tried to get you though. I wanted to get you. I wanted to get him. So that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I see you two talking after the fight. Obviously, you walked out the cage with him, showed good respect there.
And that's all it's about for us, man. Like respect. I mean, I got a lot of family members that are younger than me. I have an awesome tribe of, Jimbo, a lot of little kids there too, Coach Muscat's team. And I couldn't imagine like coming there and disrespecting somebody else on international TV and then coming home and acting like you want to be a good guy. I feel like it's easy to act like something on TV, but how are you going to behave when you're away from it is better. So, yeah, just be who you are through and through. And I wanted to show him the respect that he deserves. He's a man. He's older than me. He's going to respect him. So that's about it, man. And the fact that I claimed the victory that night, and it's not like I made it yet. To me, it's like we're here in the UFC, yes, but then where our goals are and where we want to be, that's so much further down the road, and we're chipping away at it. And my coach tells me, he's like, man, don't admire your work until after your career. That's some great advice for me because like that way I can keep improving.
Definitely. And I'm pretty sure after the fight ended, you walked up to your corner and I think you said sorry to them.
Yeah. Well, you heard that?
Yeah. Was that because you didn't get the finish?
Yeah, I didn't get the finish, and I knew I didn't start the first round as well as I would have liked to. And my coach was like, "Don't say sorry. Get out there and go get your punch. Hold yourself up." And I think I get on myself sometimes, and I know I can do better. I know I want to do better, and it's like, and I think what they say, you're your biggest critic. So like, again, I just thought about it. My coach has taught me a lot, Coach Jimmo, and I felt like, I was happy how the second round, the third round went, even the whole fight. It's just like I wanted to get the finish. That's what it was. I wanted to get it. There were a couple of times with the guillotine. I don't want to fall over. I don't want to be greedy. And then the rear naked attempts. Or I could maybe just stayed up and maybe punched a little bit more. But maybe I think I was critiquing myself a little too hard. But coach, he was super encouraging and said, get back to it. And then, super blessed to get the contract that night. And now we're here in Vegas again.
Yeah. And obviously, what were you thinking when you were sat on the chair waiting for Dana to say that you did get that contract? Were you worried?
What? Oh my gosh! I don't know if I was worried. I was just like, did we get it? It's like really just questioning everything. Like, well, I could have done this. Maybe I should have flying knee. Maybe I should have done this. You just stay thinking things. And then And when the guy knocked somebody out, we were watching the dream. I'm like, okay, well, he definitely got a contract. Giannis. And then we were like, okay, let's see. Okay, maybe he's got a contract tonight. Then we were sitting in the chair, and he goes, just like last time, like the first time I was a contender series. I got some questions, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, oh my gosh, man. And then Dana was like, well, he says he got some questions to answer. He seemed like he already accepted a fight, and I was like, oh, I did? All right, let's go. So, man, it was literally like, wait, yeah. So super happy about that, man. Super happy.
And obviously, you just said, like Dana said himself, he's still got some questions he wants answered. What sort of questions do you think he's got?
I think he's kind of wondering, like where we can go, because I feel like to me, it's like, I know I'm young in this, training a pro about 2 years now, really training for 2 years, and you know, it's not like you see many people who train for as little bit of time as I have, and then are able to get into the UFC and fight guys like Kalen Hill could be in the UFC right now. Anthony Adams could be in the UFC right now. They're all solid fighters, and then they're like this young kid who's young in the sport, young in this lifestyle, and young in this profession. But I think he has questions like, what can he do? More than like bad questions. Like that's how I look at it. I look at it from a positive or a faith-filled perspective. Like, all right, let's get Maki. Let's see what Maki can do. And you know, we claim his victory. It is okay. Maybe it's there until next. Maybe it's one of those guys. Because you know, the middleweight division, it's a solid division. So I think he's trying to see like what he can do together. So I don't look at it as like that. I work for him. I look for him as I look at him as a person that I can be a business partner with. And I think that he's trying to see, like, how can I invest in this kid? How can I invest in what we're doing? But it's guys like this guy right here, Seki, my head coach, Jeff Jimmo, Diego, and everybody in my tribe, my family, God, my girlfriend, everybody who's blessed me, man. And I think I'm extremely blessed with the support system that I have. And I don't think Dana's really seen that all come together. And I expect, you know, I truly expect that out of us, that we're going to do that and dominate. We're going to do that and get the title. We'll go heavyweight and then heavyweight. And I would drop down to welterweight to fight for that title too. But I believe that you know, some people are like, oh, well, you sure you want to turn around that quickly? You sure you want to fight and then get going? I'm like, I tell you, we're going to do it. We're going to dominate this fight. And we did. So it's like, I don't really care about people doubting us. It's not that. I think they're trying to see, like, what can we really do together? And every fight, we're going to show that. We know what we can do. We know what we're going to do. And let's dominate fights and claim victory and move together as a family, man. And that's really about it. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited to work together. I'm excited to work with Mr. White, Mr. Manning, and Shelby, and the rest of the UFC staff. The staff's amazing, too. Man, that'd be kind of cool interview. If you ever interviewed anybody on the UFC staff, I think that would be really, really cool. Because they're incredible.
I've actually got one of the cutmans that works for the UFC. I've been in contact with him a few times, but he's a bit camera shy, I think. So it's not the best for him. But he's going to be putting me in contact with a few people that have previously worked in the UFC. So
that'd be awesome, man. That'd be awesome. There's some awesome people. The staff's amazing. I think that's great. They really. I mean, they say the fighters. I thought the fighters wouldn't be here, but it's really staff. They're super, super supportive. They're all really, really nice. Hey, welcome back to Contender Series. We're cheering for you. And I was like, thank you so much. So, man, it's that. I think that's what the questions will be answered. Like, what can we do together, right? So.
Yeah. It's all about taking everyone with you, and like you say, everyone builds you up to be where you are now. So you've always got to fall back on them and rely on them, and they rely on you as well.
Sure. Oh man, and I appreciate you following. You followed my media guy, Cliff Barrett. Yeah. He said, oh man, we're MMA. I'm like, yeah. He followed him, so he was super happy about that, man. He's a great guy too. I've known him since I was an amateur. He came to my first amateur fight, and he really, really appreciates you following him.
No, of course, man. I see the little documentary you put up, and I thought I'd give him a follow because obviously he's got a few other bits on there for you as well.
Oh man, yeah, thanks. He has a lot. He's a film festival, got in a few film festivals like Indie Short Film, and some invited in California. And then he's also been invited to some other film industry things. You know, I'm kind of ignorant to those, but I'm very, very proud of him, man. He's helped me out a lot. Funny story about him. He saved my life in Biloxi. I got really sick, had a kidney failure. He took me to the hospital. So without Cliff, he wouldn't be here. So he's a good guy. He's a really, really good guy, man. And I'm happy for him. It's good to see him getting his success and what he loves to do. So I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed with some great people around me.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously with that documentary, how long have you been filming that for?
This is my first amateur fight.
Really?
So 2017. Yeah, we kind of never put anything out. We put a little bit out, but we said we're going to wait till we're in the UFC. So actually the first YouTube channel should drop YouTube channel video should drop the night after our fight or that Sunday. But we're gonna definitely drop it before the end of next weekend, so everybody can
Yeah,
kind of see what's going on.
that'll be interesting to watch, especially like now you're in the UFC. Obviously, people are going to be a bit more interested to see it. But from the start of your fight career to like now, it would be interesting because obviously, like we said before, you've had your 6 fights in 8 months, so that would be interesting to see the build up and everything in between all that.
So hey, and what I'll do is I'll tell Cliff to put your podcast in here if that's okay with you. So put like a
Sorry,
clip
say
or
that again?
so. Maybe I could ask Cliff to put like a clip of your podcast in it if you have your permission to do that.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. That would help me out loads. That would be great.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll do that for sure, and then we'll just put your name at the end. Got my guy
Definitely.
Seki over here. Can't tell you enough about this guy, man. I wish you should interview him. He's a man helping me out with my nutrition, but he's one of the best people you ever meet in my life. So I know you can't hear you right now because I have headphones on, but amazing guy, man. And I think if you ever want to talk to him, he's awesome. It's a different perspective on fighting.
Yeah,
Champion
of
in
course.
judo and taekwondo. So, okay.
Any day, mate. Anyway, I'm happy to speak to everyone.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So I got some questions from Instagram people now.
Yeah.
So the first one is, what's your favorite walkout song?
Favorite walkout song? Oh, did I tell you? I'll tell you. It's "Call Upon the Lord" by Elevation Worship. It's a song from my church. It speaks to me a lot, man. It wasn't like a bad time in my life, but I just think a time where I was like rededicating my life to Christ, and that song always speaks to me. It's like, we need no other hiding place. Our hope is safe within your name. And it's like, this we know, we'll call upon the Lord. And it's just like calling upon God is like how I feel calm in the cage, man. It's like I know that whenever He calls me, I'm ready to go because of like what He's called me to do, because of His faith, because of His grace. Because like I really don't deserve anything I'm getting. I mean, I'm blessed to be able to fight in the UFC. I'm blessed to be here. I mean, yeah, you earn it by the way you train, but really deserving, like if you kind of like line up your sins, you line up your life, and you want to compare that to like what you have in life. I'm really blessed, man. So it's one of those songs that kind of keeps me at peace, keeps me at home, and kind of reminds me that when I am somewhere, take advantage of that opportunity because really without Him, I wouldn't be here. So I have to call upon Him every time.
Yeah. And do you prefer fighting with fans or without fans?
I prefer fighting with fans. It's cool because I was hearing my dad yelling in the crowd. He's like, "The car is running, the jet's ready, but come on, Chilobo, it's time to go." Or he says like just something crazy. Like one time I was taken down in a fight. He's like, "Get up!" And I just stood up. I was like, "Oh!" And my coach made fun of me for that. So it's always fun, you know. You have people you love there, and then it's like it's the whole experience. It's people who love fights. It's fighters who love to fight. The officials who love to officiate. Refs who love to ref. You know, you have the judges. You have the whole mixture of them. When you walk out, you see everybody, and then I envision that. You know, it's like I remember going to Scott's fights, Brian's fights, and seeing other guys fight in the UFC, and it's like one day that's coming soon. So it's awesome though, man. I'm blessed. I love the fight regardless, but man, I'm looking forward to the day fans are flooding in the arena and they're just saying the craziest things, and you can barely hear when you're walking out. I'm looking forward to that for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be a completely different experience to what it's like now.
Yeah.
So you've already mentioned that you're probably going to move weight classes in the future, and that was one of the questions here. Are you're happy to go down, up?
I'm happy to go. I found the challenge going down the welterweight really cool because then I get to work with my nutrition people, Seki and everybody like that. And then fighting some awesome fighters like Usman. You have Masvidal in there. You have already guys like really a top welterweight guys who are dominating, doing well. So I like that. But really moving up in weight class is more intriguing to me. Like the light heavyweights of the world, like all those guys out there, man. There's some awesome fighters, and I know we can go get them. And heavyweight, like I'll be the little guy. Yeah, I'm ready to fight. So ready to go. So I love it, man. Definitely looking forward to that.
I think heavyweight would be quite a challenge because obviously, like you say, you're a little guy, but it'd be interesting to see.
I'd love to. As long as they say yes and they send the contract, I'll sign them. Ready to go. So
another question: what's your dream fight? If you could choose any fighter.
Dream fight, any fighter. Right now, it would be Adesanya since he has the title. That's my focus, the champion. Dream fight, past, present, and future. Anderson Silva. I love the way he fights. You know, he's done so much for this great sport, this great lifestyle, and it'd be a lot of fun to fight that fight. He's so creative, so crafty. a beast, and I want to fight the younger version of him. So that'd be cool.
Yeah, easy. And then the last one from us, what's it like working with first round management?
Now, working with first round management is awesome. They've definitely helped me out a lot. We got the fight, we negotiated right away. Lou is one of my main points of contact. He's wonderful. He's helped us get out to Vegas early, helped us get the room booked. He's like, a lot of the hotels were packed out, man. They go above and beyond and give me a lot of guidance to help me guide myself. One thing I like about them, I don't think many people mention these things. Like, let's say somebody reaches out to me about a sponsorship. They kind of coach me on how to handle it myself so I can make the most out of it, which is what you don't see. Most people just want a cut of the check. Most people want that, but these guys are like really wanting to help you like your family. So I'm blessed to be here, blessed to work with them, and they're super supportive. They're willing to help out my other teammates. They're willing to help other people. So it's not just about me, which I really, really love. So I enjoy working with first round for sure.
That's all the questions I've got for you, Impa.
My man, I appreciate you having me on.
It's cool, man. That's cool. Good luck in your fight. I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. You can talk after too if you ever want to, whatever you have going on.
Of course, mate. Of course, yeah.
For sure.
Whenever
man.
you've got
Thank
the
you
time,
so
let me know and we're set up again.
For sure. I appreciate you adjusting again. Sorry.
It's
Thank
fine,
you so
mate.
much.
It's fine.
Thank you so much.
With the T-shirt, where do you want me to send it?
I'll text it to you. You probably send it to my house if that's good, or whatever's the
Yeah, wherever,
most
mate.
cost friendly, whatever. Yeah, for sure. But I'll message you on online.
Yeah, sweet. Yes,
Right,
make
man.
sure you
Thank
send me
you.
the size as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. I will.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Good luck then, mate.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
See you, mate. Take care.
Sure.